Guys, I think I have finally solved it. Over the years, I have tried so many different planner, all different brand, different line of products, different layout, different style. Every single planner that I have tried, I have not come across a marketing planner that is designed for coaches who have a service-based offer and that your goal is to help more people like yourself. And I look and I looked and I looked. There's not a single planner that does the job. So I kept switching from one planner to another. So in today's video, I am going to give you a walkthrough of the planner that I have created. It is called Visible 90. It's a 90-day planner, undated, which means that you can start any time of the year. You can start now. If you wanted to download it, grab it, you can start today. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough today, what that planner looks like and how I'm using it for my business and content creation. So in a moment, I'm going to flip over my camera so that I can give you this walkthrough. Now, before I do that, if you're new to me, I'm Michelle. I'm a business and marketing coach for coaches, and I basically make getting clients simple for you in your business. Now, if you have not already done so, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I would love to see this channel grow. So I have broken down based on my 7 steps of roadmap in building a coaching business and getting paying clients on repeat. I have based on that 7 steps and created a planner for marketing for coaches. And I know it's a work that has been in progress for a couple of years now because I kept tweaking, changing, and some of the things I originally created just not working out for me. And when I create something, I usually like to try it myself first before I roll it out and reveal that into the world so that you guys can experience it. I have tried my own planner for the last 3 months, and I'm ready to share that with you. Let me flip over my camera so I can walk you through. Okay, so here we are. This is the setup for the Visible 90 planner. I'm using a discbound, and which I find it easier. So there is a digital version of this where you can download the planner and use your iPad or any digital tablet you find easy to use. So personally, I would download it and put it on my GoodNote. And you can open up the PDF. Everything is hyperlinked, so you can jump to different sections. But I'm a paper pen person. So I like my planner using paper planners. So I print it out, and you can print this out your own. You can do double-sided printing. And so I put it into a happy planner, a discbound happy planner. So that, because I use, like I said, I have tried every single planner there is in the world. And in the past, I'm a big fan of happy planner because it's discbound, which means that I can remove this and take it out and write it. So it's easier to write. So there's a little bit of glare, but we're just going to deal with this. So I set it up so that I can have different folders. So here it is, the Visible 90. And it is a 90-day planner, undated. So it means that you can start anytime. So I have a dashboard that I created and put it in the front. And there's a little bit of instruction in terms of how to use this. So if you're using it on your iPad, you wanted to open it with GoodNote, Notability, or any app that uses annotation on a PDF, that will work. Or you can print it. Like I said, I printed it because I like paper and pen. So there's content in terms of what's inside. If you're using it on the pad, then each one of these content is hyperlinked, so it'll take you and jump to the sections. Now, there's 5 decisions that you make every single month, 4 weeks, 1 call to action. I call it 1 door because the door that your dream client is going to walk through. So there's a little bit of instruction And then we're ready to get started. So there's a blank page. I call it the flow. This is really where you bring down what your business is going to look like. What do you want to do? You're setting up your goal. It's a page where you can do number of different possibilities. You can draw, you can create your vision board. So I left it blank because I personally would use that page for vision board. Now, I do like this section, which is the space of possibility, and it basically separate out different section of your goal. So what is your income? What's the freedom look like for your business? Who will you become? Your life as a coach, as a business owner. What kind of client do you want to serve? And the work that you wanted to do. So I know the camera setup is not, it doesn't give you that big overview, but yeah, just bear with me. And then we have the roadmap. So the roadmap is where you set up your goal, basically this quarter, 6 months, 1 year, and then the vision that you have behind your business. So everything has prompts. So business and life together. This is why behind every decision that you make in the next 90 days, it matters because it matters what you do today, a year, 6 months, and what is that big vision that you have for your business. Now you can pin this, and every page has a little quote or a little hint on the top. Pin the dream of a timeline to a timeline. So you can basically tear this out. So this is why I like a disc bound, so that I can take the page out. I can bring it with me. So I have a big wall of business planning and roadmap that I have on the wall. And this is a page where you map out your offers. So like I said earlier, it's very unfortunate that a lot of coaches are creating content, but what they don't do is they don't talk about their package. And when you have a package beautifully designed that nobody know, it's not getting your attention, then it makes perfect sense why you're not getting any clients. So I have included 2 pages of your offer on this 1 page. Okay, it's really 2 pages, but 1 page. If you're someone who doesn't have an offer, then this page, the blank space, is for you to work out your offer. What does it look like? And on the side, the other page, you have what this offer is for, who is it for, the price, what's included, what changes for your ideal client, and in 1 sentence, how would you describe your package? So page is here because it serves a purpose. You can remove this, you can take it out. And as you're planning out your month, you wanted to go back and refer to your offer and figure out what is my key message that I want to deliver so that I can sell and offer this package to my ideal client. So that space is all here. This is probably the most important page as a business owner, as a coach. And then flipping over to the next page, you have your ideal week. What does your week look like? If you are someone who's still working a 9-to-5 job, then there's certain day you're probably not available to take on client or to create content. You don't want content creation to be a chore. You don't want it to be a job. You are trying to get out of a job, not going into another job. So that's map out your ideal week. What does that look like? And when I was doing this, when I was building my coaching business, I was working as a full-time pharmacist. So I worked long hours, multiple days in a week. And so I had 2 jobs at the same time. So if I can do this, you can do it too. And this is another reason why I created this visible 90 planner, because there's just so much that I was able to accomplish within a short amount of time by having a strategic way of and planning system that allow me to step away even when can't be in my business. So your ideal week is here. And then the next page is you pick your platform. Now, I often tell my clients that you don't need to be on every social media. What you do want to do is you have 2 places that you claim your authority on. So you have a home base. That's where majority of your content you're going to create on that home base. And then you have a supporting channel. A supporting channel could be something like an Instagram. So if you're creating long form content, it could be a LinkedIn article, it could be Substack, it could be YouTube video, or maybe it's a podcast. That's your home base. It's one platform that you know you can show up 100% of the time. And then you have a supporting channel. It could be something of a short form. Maybe it's Instagram, maybe it's your Facebook. Whatever it is, you have a secondary channel where you can expand your visibility, but doesn't drive or drain you as much. And you don't need to be on a secondary channel if you are focusing just on your home base. So you need to have a home base where you are focusing and primarily focusing on there. And on this page, it also asks you, where does your dream client hang out? So that's, you should always think about, where are they mostly, not 100%, but where do they mostly hang out? And which platform do you enjoy? And maybe you don't love YouTube channel, then that wouldn't be your home base, because you can't even show up YouTube channel when you hate creating video, then that wouldn't be your home base. So pick another home base that's easy for you. The next page would be what you already have. So things that you have already created, what's working, what's not working, what are some of the freebie that you already created. Maybe you have a website already created. What are some of the tools? And if you have been working with clients, well, there may be some testimonial that you can use. Where are those testimonials? So this page allows you to really streamline where all your content is going to be. And here's what not doing this. It sounds weird and counterintuitive, but this is a to-do planner. But here's where I feel a lot of coaches needs a little support and reminder, is that you don't have to do everything. You are totally okay to say, well, what? I am actually not going to do certain things. Completely okay. You can totally say, I am not going to be on social 5 days a week. Or you can totally say, I am not going to do video, period. So there's a page for you to decide what will you not do. And it's totally okay to remind yourself, this is totally cool. And this is how I am going to run my coaching business. So there's a page of not to-do list. And then what I have included is that if you're downloading this for the very first time, you probably want to know, how does everything go? So I have sample pages. I call her Dana. So Dana has a sample pages of how she set up her week and her months. So it's there for you to know what to do with this big planner that I have created. So next page is your 90-day map. So what do you want to do in the next 90 days? You can use this page to plan out what to do in this quarter. So month by month. This month, I wanted to focus on this. Which offer am I going to talk about more specifically and give it the red carpet treatment? So you can write down every month your focus. The number one for what to do in this quarter is on the next page. And this is not for your revenue. This is for where you stand and where I want to be in 90 days, right? So if your number is just your revenue and you have no idea of how to move it, then it doesn't matter what revenue goal that you set up. So let's say I want to make 10K this month. But unless you know that in order to have 10K, I need to be able to talk to strangers this month, then that 10K as a goal is not going to mean anything if you can break it down into a smaller, tangible things that, well, in order to have this 10K, I need to talk to clients, and these 10 clients, I need to be able to make $1,000 per person in order to meet that 10K goal. So you really need to break it down in terms of what is that one number? That one number, it means that, well, today I am going to talk to 2 people, for example. And that 2 people is your number. So you set that goal, it feels more tangible and doable than having a revenue goal of 10K, but you have no idea of how to get there. Now, this is where we break down the details for that particular quarter, for that particular 90 days. So you have 5 decisions to make every single quarter. Who your dream client is, what are you offering every month, what is your message, what is the angle that your message is going to target and aim for. And for different season, different day or different month, you can have the same message but using a different angle. What I mean by that. So let's say I help coaches to make getting clients easy for coaches. Now, I can use that as one of the angle, right? Make getting clients easy for you in your coaching business. Now, I could use a different angle where getting clients is hard because you don't know you don't know how to start doing marketing. So that could be a different angle that I want to focus on, is that you have no marketing background. So you, of course, you have no idea of where to start. So that will be another angle that I can do, which still lead to my offer at the end of signing up one-on-one coaching with me. So you have 5 decisions and it's all nicely laid out here. And then we go to the blank page of this quarter. Now, this again, you can use it. You're free to use it however you want. Map out your ideas, brainstorm and brain dump all the things that you have in your mind, or you can use it as a vision board for this quarter. What does your vision look like? And then next page, we have the 90-day scoreboard. This is where you start keeping track of the things that you're winning and things that matters to you. So week 1 through week 13, you can track every single numbers that feels relevant for you. So for example, how I would track this is maybe I have 2 different channels. So my home base would be a YouTube channel or a podcast, and my secondary would be on Instagram. So I wanted to track how many followers I have, or how many videos have been viewed, or those numbers that will allow me to see improvement and progress for the next week and the following week. So maybe this page, you could use it to track your view, to track your number of followers. And it's entirely up to you on what you want to track on this page. Next page, we have conversation. Now, one of the things I always tell my clients is that you can create as much content as you want to, but if your content is not leading to a conversation, then it doesn't matter how many content that you have created. Because the optimal goal of creating content as a coach is that you want to have conversation. So this is where you can track your conversation. Who did you talk to? Where did you guys meet? And when's the last time you contacted that person? What is their next step? Maybe it's just, I'm going to revisit person a month or 20 days or 30 days from today. So it gives you that space, keeping track of your potential lead, right? Your potential client or prospect, so that you won't forget to go back, contact them again. Conversation, again, this is a free space that you can use it to bring down. Now, here's where we enter the first month. So the first 30 days of this planner. Again, every month you start with 5 decisions. Who's your dream client this month? What is that one package that you want to offer them? Maybe it's your group program. Maybe it's your one-on-one program. Maybe it's a group a free Facebook group that you're trying to fill. That also counts as an offer. Or maybe it's a discovery call that you want to offer them. So that would also count as an offer. So every month you start with these 5 decisions that you have to make. And then you break down what direction, which piece of content, what is the call to action for that particular month. And here's some free space that you can map out your content, your messaging, things that you wanted to talk about, or maybe ideas that you thought of. Here's the month at a glance. So it's blank because can start at any time. So you can write in your own date, depending on which month that you picked up or which month you are watching this video. And you can start basically any month at any time. So this is a monthly planning page, and you repeat that page for the next 2 months, month 2 and month 3. Okay, so same pages. And then we come to your weekly pages. So the weekly pages has a weekly preview of what this week is going to be consistent. What are your big 3 goals for that particular week? And what needs to happen in order for this week to make it count? And if there's anything else in mind, you have a space to write down what needs to happen in this life. And then once you have the weekly overview, then you're going to see the daily pages. The daily pages has the top 3 things that you're going to do, the top 3 goals that you're going to focus on that particular day. One of the things I realized, and I noticed from a lot of the clients I'm working with, is that a lot of them, because they used to have this 9 to 5 job. So they clock in, they clock out, they know exactly what needs to be done because the task was given to them or they know their job responsibility. And when you become a CEO of your own business, suddenly you don't have to clock in and clock out anymore. So your time is completely free. And when your time is completely free, sometimes it's a blessing and it's also a curse because now you're sitting there and you're wondering, well, what should I be working on for my business? So the idea behind these daily pages is that you have 3 big tasks for that particular day that is based on your weekly goal that you have set for yourself, which is based on the monthly goal that you have set for yourself. So from your monthly goal, you want to look at, okay, so which offer am I focusing on? And in order to fill the traffic into that offer, to fill my seats in my coaching offer, then here are the 3 things that I need to do for that week. Now, in order to complete those tasks for that week, I need to break it down into daily smaller tasks. So these are the 3 big tasks I'm going to focus on in order to complete that big week's big 3. So this is how you keep track of what am I supposed to do in my business every single day or every single week or every single month. So on the daily pages, you have daily big 3. You have a timeline so you can keep track of your appointment, and you have a task list. And then on the bottom, you have a daily tracker, meditation, your exercise, your energy on a scale of 1 to 5. How would you rate it? And then the money tracker. So I like the money tracker because every day there's a dollar attached to it, a revenue that comes behind it. Maybe this month, today I made another $47. And so I want to be able to track that money on my planner. So the daily pages are all the same. So you have total of pages or 91 pages so that you can print out new set for the following quarter. And then after the week, you have week review. So you can this out week 6, you can do a full review of that first week. What happened? Did the big 3 happen? What was this week's goal? Well, what accomplishment did I make? What have worked? What am I not going to do anymore next week? What am I winning? And here's some notes. So you had weekly review plus your weekly preview as well as your week review. This way you can keep track of what's going on in your life, and every week there's opportunity to do differently the following week. So the layout just repeat itself until, so I'm going to skip all these pages because they're all the same, until the part where you get the content idea bank. So I know a lot of coaches, especially the newer coaches, you struggle to come up with the ideas. So I have included some content idea bank teaching. So for example, the number 1 mistake your dream client is making, and here's how to fix it. So I gave you some of the prompts on how you can create content based on these ideas that you can think about and the angles that you can approach it. Now, these you can totally pick one, write out your idea and pop it into the AI of your choice, Cloud, ChatGPT, and you can use AI to help you to map out the rest of the content so that you can plug it into your planner. And then you have call to action, things, there's a few spots open this month, reply, and I'll send you the details. So these are just an example of how you can use it to close that content at the end. Last thing you want to do is creating a great piece of content and you never told your audience what their next step. So you wanted to make sure to include some type of call to action or to invitation to invite them to take the next step. The repurpose page is in here because everything that you create, it's valuable, so you can totally bring it back and reuse it again. So the original piece may be an article that I wrote on this topic, so I can turn it into a short email. I can use it as a caption. I can use it as a story or ask it in a different format so that it becomes a question. Or maybe it's just a one-line hook. What is the key message I want people to know about? Here's AI prompts. You wanted to fill out your planner first, right? So where the content idea, you can write it out. Then you can make a copy, take a snapshot, and pop it over to ChatGPT or Claude. And you can tell it to, well, I want to create a social media content around this. Help me to create that. So not only do you use your own words and verbiage and content, and you're just asking chats or asking AI to make it a little more polished, and now it's ready for you to post. So here's last page is get clear first. Now to make the content, here's some more idea for you, examples of how you can create the content. Here's the idea garden. Now, in case you need to have a brainstorm place where you want to jot down things that you want to think about, or how do I start creating content? Well, it could be a question that a client had asked me this week. So here are some prompts for you to think about so you're not staring at the pages and wondering, what do I say today? So that is on page 179. And then the rest of the planner are basically blank pages where you can use. So there's idea dump. The win log is basically if you're winning, then write down the day. What is your win? So there's log for you, 90 days. After you complete the planner, you have 90-day look back. What did you learn? What was the most important thing that you would do? And then the rest of it is just the note pages that you can use to write down more ideas. So I know this has been a work in progress, and it took me a year or two to actually create a marketing planner for coaches. So how I've been using this planner is really one I carry with me all the time, and this is my traveler's notebook. And inside this traveler's notebook, basically it's a catch-all. So all my ideas and contents that I wanted to talk about, or message or spark of inspiration that I found on the go, I would keep it inside my traveler's notebook. And once I'm home, I like to have this planner sitting on my desk, and it's my work planner now because all the content I'm going to create and things that I wanted to offer for that particular quarter will just get recorded inside here so that I know exactly which piece of content is coming out. So this has become my content marketing planner. Basically, it has all the ideas that I wanted to talk about my coaching offers, whether it's on social media or things I wanted to workshop that I wanted to host. It all goes into this one planner inside. So this has been working out for me over the last 3 months as I try it myself. And I refined it and tweak it. Things that wasn't working really well for me was some of the pages were just in a different place. And now I'm ready to present this to you because I really think that this is the only planner that is available on this market that is created and designed specifically for coaches who's running an online coaching business. You can grab a copy of this. There's a link in the description box down below that you can grab a copy for yourself, and let me know if you do try it out. Let me know how it works for you.